Hi, friend. Hi, beautiful people. Yeah, today I'm going to be talking or going deeper into the previous episode. I was talking about breaking your ego or crucifying your lower self or crucifying your ego. So today I'm going to be just I'm just going to be talking about some methods or some ways or some techniques by which you can crucify that ego, because some people have been asking questions about, so how do I even know that I have ego? How do I even become conscious of the reality that there's ego, like I am egotistical? Yeah, the first thing you need to understand is that, you see, you, quote unquote, ego is you. Is a part of you, is a part of your reality, is actually your reality. I told someone recently, I said, you can't kill your ego. It's not possible. The reason why your ego is still there is so that you can't just misbehave. The reason why you still have that ego is for you. Okay, for example, I'm putting on clothes right now. I'm putting on the shirt right now. I can't be walking all around the street naked. The ego is the reason why I am still putting on my clothes. The ego is the reason why I'm not talking anyhow. The ego is the reason why I'm not behaving like a madman, quote unquote. You understand? So if you see a madman, actually, if you see a madman represents someone that his ego is not balanced. You understand? I think there's this concept is in psychology. I have a friend that studies psychology, right, that was talking to me about this concept. There's something they call someone that he has more ego, like his ego is not balanced, and there are people that they have less ego, like below the balance. You understand? So actually, the truth is, balance is everything. I believe strongly that God is balance. God is about balance. God. The concept of God for me is not, just not doing too much. Sometimes you do less. Less is more. Sometimes, So, of course, I'm also a music producer too, so I understand that concept. When it comes to when you're producing music, there are times when you want to put some things, some plugins, and you want to add some spice or some stuff into the music. It's just like you're cooking food. The fact that you want to put salt in that food does not mean you should put all the, it's just a little bit of the salt, a little bit of this, maybe the seasoning, a little bit of, it's just a little bit of many things together. So it's all about balance. Ego also is crucial, you understand? But now what is happening in our society right now is that people are now going beyond. People are, they are allowing that ego to be their major essence, major essence of life, and as a result, they are edging God out, And there's a scripture in the Bible that says that he that breaks the edge, the serpent will bite. So it's crucial that you understand that concept. That when your ego has gone beyond the balance, then you need to actually crucify it so that you be balanced. The idea behind even meditation is to create balance. Meditation there speaks about balance, the ability to be integrated. Integration, wholeness is balance. Biologically we call it homeostasis, where every part of your body is working in correlation, with different parts. It's actually the system. That's why we call it the human body system. It's a system of organs, tissues, cells, and different things working together so that they can bring out a function. That is how a system works. You understand? So it's all about integration. So the more integrated you are, how well integrated you are, speaks about how ego is being dealt with. That's the way ego can be dealt with. So it means that you need to be integrated. The more integrated you are, the less your ego. That's how it works. You can't kill your ego. I don't think that's possible. You can't kill it, but you can crucify it. Crucifixion then means that you are killing those excess that thing that is not allowing you to transcend. You understand? That ego that is not allowing you to transcend, to come into that higher self. That is what I'm talking about here. So, when people talk about enemy, especially in religious circles, I grew up in the Christian community. Of course, I still attend church. I still, I play music in church. I'm a church guy, Christian circle. We talk a lot about the enemy. You go to churches and they're actually praying against enemy, my enemy die, right? Those kind of things. I just laugh because only if you knew those people praying about enemy die, only if you knew that the word enemy also can mean your inner me. Your enemy is your inner me. So this is it. As it is within, so it is without. That's the law of correspondence, right? So if certain parts within you are correlated or are integrated, then you will not attract enemy. So because we are magnetic beings, I need you to note this statement right now. You are magnetic in nature. So whatever you attract on the outside is dependent on what you are on the inside. So we are talking about your identity. What is your identity? Let's start from there. Who are you from within you? So, and who you are is dependent on things like your thoughts. It starts from even your thoughts and your imaginations. Let's start from there. So one of the ways by which you can deal with your ego is to identify you. Identify, first of all, your thoughts, the kind of things that are running in your mind, your heart, your brain, understanding the role of thoughts in the shaping of your destiny or the shaping of your identity. It starts from there. So when you believe that, or when you think that everybody is against you, or that people around you don't love you, or people want to do everything to get you down, when you think like that, then you need to understand, why are you thinking like that? What is the information behind that thought? So it means that there is a thinking pattern within you that is making you see the world from a warped quote unquote perspective, and that is why I feel that even religious circles believe that there's one heaven somewhere. When we are going to heaven, this earth is bad. This earth is. Who told you that this is not heaven? We have humanity. We have so much degraded the atmosphere right now, and we are thinking that what we have right now is not enough, or what the humanity now is thinking, or we are playing the game of the fact that this earth is not heaven, and whereas this is heaven. But heaven has been given, this earth, quote unquote, this existence has been given unto us to do with it whatever we deem possible. You understand? So it means that heaven is actually earth in disguise. Earth, or whatever you want to, let's turn it around. Earth is heaven in disguise. Earth and heaven, they relate with each other. As it is within, so it is without. So with this concept, you can create your heaven. So it is your world. Yes, this existence is a shared existence, right? We are living in the shared existence. So you can't control everything. It's not possible, right? But the point is that you can control your world, because you are a universe. You are the universe in your own way. You understand? So that is one thing that you can control. That is what you have the power to control. You might not have the power to control the shared universe, but you have the power to control your universe. You have the power to control your own reality, your own world. So once you come from that paradigm, then you need to start checking some of the elements or the subtle things that are going on within you. That is the energy forms that has been created within you. Most of these thoughts, like I will always say, that these thoughts are unconscious. They are unconscious in nature. Most of the times we are running thoughts within us without knowing. So, and these thoughts are shaping, there are issues, or there are thoughts that are shaping your existence, that are shaping our existence. Like one of my videos, I talked about the fact that right now I am a thought in the mind of my caregivers. I'm a thought in the mind of my parents. So my mom and my dad thought about me before they gave birth to me physically. Yes, they did not have this picture in mind, the frame that I am right now. They didn't have that in mind, but they had it in mind that we want a boy or a girl. That was the initial thought. So as you're looking at me right now, there's a thought you have towards me right now. That is very certain. We are thoughts personified. We are agents of thoughts. Thought is what makes us. You understand? So thought is of the mind. So it means that going into your mind and observing the thoughts that are running the show, the thoughts, the imaginations that are running the show. So you are able to observe them, and you are able to know the kind of things that are running the show. It might be negative, it might be positive, but whatever the case may be, you are observing and you are knowing, okay, so this is a desirable thought, okay, that's it, okay, I can work with this. Oh, this is not a desirable thought. No, you have the power to change it. But how will you know? That's the question. Because most of the thoughts that are running, in fact 95% of those thoughts are not known, but they can be known. That is my message. Those thoughts can be known. You need to come to that realization that you can know those thoughts. And how do you do that? The way to do that, one of the ways is by meditation. One of the ways to do that is by being mindful. There's something called mindfulness practice, meditation practice, awareness. Awareness is the key. Awareness is the key. In fact, when you read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, it's a book of awareness. It's a book that speaks about how you can transcend from your lower self to your higher self. It's as simple as that. All the occurrence, all the stories in that book are just stories it's a story of transcendence. It's a story of ascendance. So it starts from your thoughts. What are the thoughts that have become your personality? So I'll keep saying it. I said it in the previous videos in my account, my YouTube account, that thoughts lead to your beliefs. Your thoughts lead to your beliefs. And it's not just thoughts like that, it is the consistency of those thoughts. It is the redundancy of those thoughts that now leads to your beliefs, that now leads to your outcome in life. You understand? So your ego self is a combination of your thoughts, your beliefs, your attitudes, your behavioral patterns, and your personality that now forms that ego. It forms that ego like that. So the ability to now go within and control or observe those thoughts and change it to the desirable one. That's what we are talking about. That's what we are trying to talk about here. And one of the ways, number one, is surrender. Surrender to the flow of the desire. Surrender to the flow of the divine. When you are able to surrender, then it just flows naturally, and you are able to pick up those things, those thoughts, And one of the reasons why it's so hard for some people to surrender is because it comes with a lot of, because see, first of all, the ego self does not want you to to surrender. It does not want you to just do the bidding of your higher self, because it is an addictive self. Your ego self is an addictive self. You understand? It is addicted to its own way. Your ego does not want that. And that ego self is what some people call the devil. It is the devil, in quote unquote, is the part of you that does not want liberation. You understand? It's that part of you that does not want to be liberated, because it is addicted to that thought. Imagine something that has been going on with you. Imagine a thought that has been going on within you for years, for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, even 30 years. So we are an embodiment of those thoughts and beliefs. So whenever you now come across something that challenges those thoughts, those beliefs, then you become defensive. You become defensive because your ego self is not familiar with it. So now our message right now is to become familiar with the unfamiliar. And you can't do that without awareness, without consciousness. And now I talked about identity. What is your identity? You are that pure consciousness. Now, first of all, it is not about what you have done or what you have not done, or you being a bad boy or being a good boy, or no. It's far beyond that. So it is not about your doing. It's not about doing. It is about being. First of all, who are you, irrespective of what you have done? You understand? And who you are is your pure consciousness. That is your elemental state. You are pure consciousness. This is regardless of whatever you have done or whatever. No. That is your pure state. You are God. It's not. This one is irrelevant. Maybe you are a Christian, you are a Muslim, you are a Buddhist. It's beyond that. You are a pure person. You are pure. You are whole. You understand? A child that is given birth to does not know. Maybe he does not know Christianity. Does not know religion. He does not know racism. It's just. That's why when you see children, they don't care. It's when you now start growing up that the society will now start giving you constructs. You are black, you are white, and that is where the ego starts creeping in gradually. From age 8 or 7 or thereabout, you start taking on the form. So from 0 to 7 is where your ego is really, really being formed, really. So, but at least when you are still a child, you still don't have that mindset of racism. I'm white, I'm black, I'm Christian, I'm Muslim, I'm this, I'm that, I'm Democrat, I'm Republican, I'm this. You don't have that mindset. Everybody's just playing. You see children, they're playing with each other. They don't have that mindset. You understand? So that is the ego. First of all, you are just pure consciousness. So understanding this concept, then you are able to start working with this mindset, and as a result, you can now change your reality.